Well, hello today, and I'm so excited today because I've got one of our fabulous beauty influencers, color experts, image experts, just a businesswoman extraordinaire that reigns out of Washington, D.C., is known in the community as Dr. Dress. And so I am so glad to welcome Lynne Glassman to our interview with our beauty CEOs today so that you can glean from her and hear directly from her some of her business secrets and success secrets that she has learned over the years that she's been in business, and just how fabulous she looks, you know, what she does to be able to keep herself looking 100% all the time. So Lynne Glassman, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come and talk with us and share some of your secrets. So how are you doing today in the midst of COVID-19? How you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. Thank you, Sharon. Always start the day out with exercise.
Okay.
And I get dressed every day and made up every day, even though I'm only seeing my husband, because I do it for myself.
Okay.
And I always have, and hopefully I always will.
Okay, so that's a word right there for people, because I think in the work at home environment now, you know, some of us are kind of establish some habits that are not going to be good post COVID-19. And so I love the fact that you are getting up, getting dressed, putting your makeup on, doing everything that you would normally do if you were going out, even though you are homebound. So, and how does that make you feel?
Much better about myself, Sharon.
Yeah, okay.
It's unnatural for me to be in sweats or exercise clothes all day. I only feel good when I put myself together and accessorize.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So tell us a little bit about how you got started. Dr. Dress, how did you come up with that branding? And tell me where, you know, kind of how you started as a image consultant extraordinaire.
Absolutely happy to do that. It was about 20 years ago.
Okay.
My mother had been in the beauty business as a pioneer. She in the 1940s and 50s. She dressed everybody in upstate New York. There was no other place to go. So it was always in my genes, but she also told me I needed to take care of myself. So I do have a doctorate degree in another field.
Okay.
And while I was raising my children, I had jobs where I had health insurance and could go to soccer games and ballet recitals and whatnot. But I still always helped my friends with their clothing and their closets.
Okay.
But I was miserable.
Were you?
I was really unhappy. So about 20 years ago, the deal was I quit my very good, high-paying job, woman at the top.
Okay.
And Jill Wylot found me, and right back then, everybody, it was 5 days before you got your certification as a color consultant and an image consultant.
Okay.
And it was a wonderful 5 days. Now, I'm a very type A person.
Okay.
And I never said no for the first handful of years. And I joined, I don't know if BNI still exists. It's called Business Network International. I went to a few of them to see which one I thought would be best for me. There was only one person for each field, and you give referrals to one and other. Okay. And I stayed with that for a good 3 years, and I just did beautifully. Okay. At the same time, I signed up to teach classes for lifelong learning in both Alexandria and in Arlington. Okay. And I did that for a good 15 years.
Okay.
At the same time, I had a friend in my community that had me for a presentation to as many people in the community as we could get together. And I went back to all the national trade associations I had worked for. And instead of doing my usual at their conventions on the latest legislation.
Yes.
I did my beauty thing, and
Okay.
I did better than I ever did because I loved it so.
Okay.
And I started. I had a friend who was very good with computers. Now this was 20 years ago,
Okay.
and I know I needed a database.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a very complicated one. I don't think they do it anymore, but I still have it. And so I can, hopefully, if they've given me their updated telephone number and email, I can still get in touch with them. And he used Access, which I don't think is a
Okay.
good one to use anymore.
That's high
And
tech.
I just never said no, and I looked at everybody as a potential client. I was in a walking group at the time, 3 miles a morning. And even if people in the walking group shouldn't be wearing black, and a lot of people think everybody thinks they can wear black, which isn't true. You and I can, but other people can't. And so they knew they had to put on a t-shirt to walk that was in the best color.
Okay.
And I just loved it from the get-go.
Wow.
And I have to give kudos to Jill Wylot, who had time for everybody and every question. And she is still my mentor.
That's amazing. So I was listening to what you were saying. So there were 3 things that came out that I think I don't want anybody that's watching this to miss. You networked. That was important as a part of your strategy. BNI was just, one of the platforms that you use. And yes, they are still around today. And so that was important. A customer database sounds like that was also critical for you in terms of being able to keep up with those that you had consultations with, and having a mentor. How important, if you had to rank those 3 in descending order, with what would be number 1?
To start with,
yes,
it would have been the mentor.
Okay.
20 years later, well, I couldn't do it without a database. Everybody has to have a database.
Yes, that's right.
And I constantly network. I still do.
Okay.
As the years went on,
yes.
One time my husband and I took a vacation to a world-renowned spa in Baja, Mexico. And I saw that they had speakers. And I said, I can do that.
Okay.
Sent in a proposal, and for 12 years, my husband and I both got a free week at Rancho La Puerta Spa. And I did color analysis and face shape analysis and silhouette analysis, and I loved the atmosphere and got many clients from all over the country that way.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So, I mean, clearly having a customer, without a customer, there's no need for a customer database. But so really so I think mentoring, you ranked that as number 1 20 years ago, but I think that's even important today.
Absolutely.
Because
I still call on Jill.
Yeah, because the mentor can save you time, money, energy of doing things that may not be productive for the moment. So I think that's good. And then you said number 2 was the database. So I think, what has to come next is really networking, I think, today, because you have to network to be able to get the database done. And so that's powerful. I mean, that to me that's the 1, 2, 3s of success. And I love go ahead, Lynn.
All right. As the years went on, there were people in my BNI group who were starting to develop websites. Now, mind you, this was 20 years ago. Okay. And so I bartered. I did most of the content, but I bartered with them to set it up and to help me with pictures.
Yes.
And so on. And so I think everybody needs a database. I mean, a website.
A website. Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
And then one of my clients was an anchor on Channel 7 News.
Mm-hmm.
And so she got me onto Channel 7 News.
Wow.
And
Networking.
then oh yeah. And then Discovery Channel, I don't remember, I'm sure it was networking, called me. And I did a show for Discovery Channel many, many years ago.
Wow.
And that went all over the country.
Wow.
And I could have helped so many clients. Back then, we didn't have people all over the country,
Mm-hmm.
and we didn't do anything virtually.
Yeah.
And so I often had to say, I'm sorry, I don't know anybody, but if you come to Washington, D.C., just let me know.
Wow. Wow. So fast forward to 2020.
Okay.
How has COVID-19
Sharon, yeah.
How do you, I mean, because I'm not sure what the new norm is going to be.
No, I don't think, no.
I don't think any of us know right now, but what have you done since COVID-19 struck?
Okay.
In terms of kind of, you still stay in contact with your mentor?
Of course, with
Yes.
Jill.
Okay.
I still send a newsletter every single month without fail to remind the many, many clients in my database
Mm-hmm.
that I exist. I always put something on sale.
Okay.
I always have tips for them.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't love to do virtual consultations.
You don't? Okay.
I don't think you see the true colors online. And I offered my what I call closet surgery online. Nobody took me up on it. But last Friday, I did a face shape analysis and a silhouette analysis online. And she loved it so that she has signed up for a color and a makeover once I open, which I hope will be. I started scheduling as of June 11th, and I already have 5 or 6 people signed up.
Wow.
But I have a problem with technology, and I think if you aren't on social media, you're really, a website and social media. So yesterday, I sent out my first deposit for a website update.
Okay.
And I'm afraid I'm going to have to pay somebody to help me with social media, unless you're willing to come into the city and sit with me and teach me for a couple of hours.
Okay.
But
you know what? I will do that, because I think that
please, Sharon.
Yeah, I think the more independent you can be, because you can if you can pay somebody to do it, but then you are reliant on them to really be your voice. And I think your voice is powerful, and you coming on, because even with somebody else doing it, it's your persona, it's your brand that people want to see. They don't want to just see post all the time. They want to see you, and they want to hear from you.
Sharon, you are 100% right. And I know my colleague Ann Morgan has done a beautiful job of before and afters. I have always maintained that people are anxious when they come for the first time.
Yes.
They don't know what this is all about or what they're getting into. And so I have been reluctant and have never done a before and after, and I've got to change that with my clients starting in June. September, and hope September. Whatever picture I take with my iPhone comes out, because that's also not something I do that well.
Yeah,
but I think Anne has really profited from her befores and afters. Absolutely. And I need to start doing that.
Yeah, and one of the things that I just posted today, because today is Take Action Thursday. And so I'm encouraging everybody that's ready and comfortable to go live and do their own makeover. And I'm sure some will and some won't, but I just know I have seen so many people have success with, so yeah, getting a customer and getting a before or after is great. But what if they saw us, you, before and after? That is, I know, I'm the same way, Lynn. I'm the same way.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my
But
God,
think about that though. I started out doing half of my face because I didn't want to take everything off. But tonight I'm gonna be bold, and I am going to come on the screen with nothing, no brows, no lips, nothing.
Oh my God, Sharon. You're a brave lady.
Yes.
Let me tell you what I do. I don't know if anybody else does this, but because I don't want to sound like a snake oil salesman, I tell everybody who's coming for a color analysis and a makeover to bring whatever makeup they have been using with them. Okay. And I ask them step by step to put that on half of their face. And then I will take one of the CMB or Flori products, put it on the other side. Okay. To show them the difference.
The difference, yes.
And that has worked so well for me, I can't tell you.
Yeah, I love that. I, having, been working with our makeup studios in the mall, that's really one of the ways that we were able to help drive the business. We would always tell people, find out what they were using. So, okay, if they were using MAC or Bobbi Brown or whatever the brand, let's do the MAC test. Let's do the Bobbi Brown test. And we would keep their face on one half and then do ours. And inevitably, that was it.
Inevitably.
Yeah.
So I highly recommend trying it that way.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love it. So Lynn, you have dropped some, some serious nuggets for everybody today. And, so networking, customer database, mentorship, being newsletter, staying in touch. Speaking in front of groups. Now, you have to be comfortable. You have to be real confident to do that. And so, but that's powerful as well. And then, the website piece is something that is, you seem to have a lot of confidence in as well, because that helps to brand you and gives people really, I guess it probably solidifies in their mind that you're a real business too, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. So this has been great. Is there, so we've got people coming in with different levels of experience when it comes to makeup and color and image. And, I think that if you were talking to somebody that was thinking about doing the business, what would you tell them that they need to be prepared to do, in addition to, just kind of your best advice in terms of, how they need to come in, being a business owner?
I think everybody is insecure initially.
Okay.
And the only way to become confident is to do the business.
Okay.
And
just do it.
Do it. Start out with friends and family, which I find the most difficult.
Yeah.
Because you know them. I think it's so much easier to do it on strangers.
Yeah.
So offer it for free until you get confident.
Okay.
But unless you do it, time is going to pass and you're going to become more insecure about moving forward with it.
That's powerful.
Just do it.
Just do it. Just do it. And do it in a way that helps you gain your confidence. Do it in a way. I mean, so when you say free, that should give you some level of confidence that there's not a high level of expectation while you're in those beginning stages. And that's brilliant. I love it. I love it.
I did that on many people that I knew. And goodness, I was more nervous, Sharon, doing it on my dear friends than I was when I started doing it with strangers.
Wow. And because friends and family are going to be more critical of us, of what we do.
Absolutely.
Right. But you know what? That's not a bad thing either.
And I also find that, and of course you can't do this right off the spot because you haven't made any money. As soon as you make some money, reinvest it in the products, because people are going to want the products right away. They're not going to want to wait for the products. And so I try to have a very nice inventory whenever I'm doing a makeover.
Okay. All right. So that's good too, to be able to, you know, when you're doing your consultations, be in a position to be able to give immediate gratification, which is letting the person walk away with the product. So how do you feel? So that leads me kind of to my last question for you.
Sure.
You know that online is huge today. So how?
Yes, I do.
Where are you in terms of embracing the online piece of your business?
I am just doing that in a way that I don't do anything else, slowly.
Okay.
Technology is not my main thing. I don't feel confident doing it. And Sharon, I want you to come. I'll pay you. I just need somebody who knows how to take the very good ads that you have and put them into my Facebook page or my website or both. I just started doing Yelp. I had never done it before. I just started doing Google. I had never done that before, but I just, instead of making it up myself, I would love to be able to use what you're offering the clients.
What we already have.
And frankly, I don't know how. And I don't have any teenagers anywhere near me, or any kids anywhere near me. Or any grandchildren anywhere near me.
Yeah. So I think that you said exactly what the advice you gave is, you know, in terms of just do it, and the starting out, you know, doing with your friends and family and all that. It's the same principle. Just try it. Just take one of, you know, we went through and did our little tutorial a couple of weeks ago. Matter of fact, I just did a recording of it, so you'll be able to go back.
So how do I get it? How do I get it, Sharon?
I'm going to post it up on Inside, and I'll send you a link specifically because you're one of my favorite people.
Yeah, thank you, Sharon. I'll use it right away.
Yeah, because I think that will probably, so once you get the video that you can go back and look at, I think that you'll see that it's very simple and easy to start trying it.
Remember when you started cutting? You know, like we all
copying
knew what
and pasting
cutting was. I didn't know you could cut it. So,
wow.
Yes, I need a lot of work in that area.
Okay,
but you can do it once I know how to do it.
And absolutely, and I know you can do it because you're that kind of woman. You're that type of business person.
I will try until I can do it.
I love it. I love it. So thank you so much, Lynne, for taking time out of your schedule to come on and share your wisdom and your advice. And the best thing that we can leave today with is just do it.
Just do it.
Do it.
Just do it. Do it.
Do it. Yes.
Nobody is perfect. I am sure we have all made mistakes.
Yes.
Do it. There's
it.
no other way you're going to gain the confidence.
Absolutely. Well, you are fabulous. I want to be like you when I grow up.
Sharon.
When and if I grow up.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
So look, you're fabulous, and I love you, and I love talking to you and just gleaning from all your wisdom. So thank you for sharing, Lynne, Dr. Dress, your skills, your talent, your passion with us today. We really appreciate it.
And I love what I do.
And it shows. All right. Have a great day. Thanks, Lynne.
You too. Thank you, Ann. Bye-bye.